Hello, Street Fighter fans. So, today we're going to do Luke's Trial 9 Season 5. Now, I just did this one, so I want to get this one a video for you guys while it's still fresh. Because, believe me, I do not want to do this one again. I've spent about 2 weeks, off and on, of course, not all the time, practicing this one. So I'm going to go through some tips to try to help you practice this one. Now, if you watch my Trial 5, it basically gives you an idea on the whole how to do the back medium punch to the hold release move there that he does, because it's a tricky timing because you have to hold and release. But anyways, I'll talk more about how I went through this trial as I run through some of the tips and tricks. Now, this is probably going to be a long video because there's so many steps that I took to practice. Now, with a lot of some combos or trials that you do, it's just a matter of skill and sometimes timing or a little thing that most of us miss. But this one requires a lot of muscle memory. So you have to really work at this for a while if it's not a character you're used to. And his movements for those moves are a little bit they're different than a lot of the other combo links that we're used to. So I'll be editing this one a lot, as much as I can, to shorten it, so I'm not boring the heck out of you. But yeah, there was a lot of different steps. I broke this down in so many parts, just to get the practice and learn the muscle memory of it. So it took a while to put it all together at the end. So we'll run through the demonstration right quick, and then I will go through the steps that I used that finally got me to beat this one. I hope to never see it again. I probably never use Luke as a character just to play around, even as just casual fighting, playing with my friends or brother or anything like that. But anyway, so I'll run through the demonstration and we'll take a look at it, and I'll tell you the steps and what I did to get this one. Okay, so that was it there. It's pretty quick, a lot of fast movements. So, as with Trial 5 and that medium, the back medium punch to that move there, that's where I started practicing first, because I knew from Trial 5 how hard that was to get that timing down. All right, and then you have to add in the other hold release afterwards. So just if you're just starting out with him, just practice the back hold medium punch to the light quarter circle back punch. So like that there. So now the trick was, and again, and I'll run through it again, I'll talk about it again. So for that light medium punch hold release, and same with the medium punch, you don't have to hold it really long at all. It's really just, if you just do your quarter circle back and then tap, he'll do that, the very fast one, which it doesn't get Ryu high enough off the ground so that you can get that next move in. So you have to practice just how long to hold it, and it's not very long. It's about a half second longer than the tap. So that's your tap, and then that was just a half second hold, and that gets him up off the ground enough so that you can link in that next hold release combo. This one, that one here, and again, it's the same thing with that. There's a tap, hold really without holding at all, and then there's a little bit longer, and you can even hold that one even longer. So that one's a little more forgiving than that one, because you really have to make sure he gets up in the air. So I just practiced as in Trial 5 is just is learning that timing. And I of course I still won't get it. I only get it maybe 70% of the time. Now to link those two in, I found that you have to almost let the controller reset after holding the back medium. So you want to make sure you're just tapping that medium and letting go of it quick enough, and then while he's still in that punch, you want to make sure the controller resets, like go to neutral, and then quickly while he's still like Ryu's still reeling back, or almost while Luke still has that medium punch reeling back, that's when you want to start that quarter circle back and get ready for that hold. And then again, you want to hold it for, see, that's too long, so it's like it's a very short hold. And again, that was too quick, that was just a tap. And then once you get that, so once you've practiced that enough where you're getting it majority of the times comfortably, once you've got that sort of mastered as best as you feel you're going to, now you have to understand something with that linking in that next, the hold medium. They won't link unless you're in V skill or V trigger. So you have to practice that V trigger while on V trigger. And the nice thing about Luke is that his V trigger doesn't really run out until you're actually linking. So if you watch here, see, I'm trying to link in that medium and I can't even get it out. And it's, well, basically what I'm trying to say is that you cannot link those two together unless you're in V trigger. So that's basically, so you have to be in V skill for that, for those two to mix together. Now it's fast. You have to cancel. It won't cancel without. So you have to cancel that hold release, hold release. Now it's a little more forgiving once you get them up in the air, but the trick is to confirm it in your mind. So this is where you're not watching. This is why I said to practice with that medium back and that light medium hold release, because you have to use that muscle memory. You can't go by the visual. I find that you can't go by the visuals and what's going on the screen. You just have to just do it. You have to commit to the cancel, into the other one. And by committing, I mean you just got to do it. You can't hesitate. You can't do anything. It's very fast, linking those two to make it actually work. And what happened there is I moved my finger to the medium punch too quick. I almost didn't let the controller reset, because you're doing a double back motion but two different moves, so you almost have to like let it reset, like pause for a split second. Now, once I got the hang of it, what I would do is I would still miss it, or you would still block the hold release for the light, and then I would just still go. Because I was committing to it, I'd go right into the medium cancel, even though he's blocking it. Sort of like that. So it would just, I'm still messing up, but I'm getting the muscle memory developed. I'm building that muscle memory into the motions for when I can actually, when I do hit it, you know, the few times that I do. So it just, even though I'm not doing it right now, the muscle memory is there for when it does hit properly. See, even though I'm missing it, I'm still developing that muscle memory, and that's the key to this trial. So once I've mastered that and got that enough times, where I'm actually getting him in the air, and then my muscle memory is doing where I'm just doing it by instinct. And as you see, I did that last little part too because it's all muscle memory now. I was doing it for so long. So you also want to hold that medium a little bit longer than just enough. Like you want to make sure Ryu's really coming back. Again, see, and that's one of my big problems. I'd always lose the timing of that light medium, so it would take a really long time, and that's probably going to happen to you too. But if you're really good at memorizing timing, then maybe you get a lot easier than I did. So it's instant. You got to do very quick. Just the only slight delay you need between the light medium punch move and the light hold and release move and the medium is a very slight delay in between those two, just enough to let the controller reset. Okay, so then once I'd really gotten those comfortable with those three, the light medium, what I would start doing is not doing the last part where you're doing that run kick or run dash. Is I actually added in the hard kick because I knew I had to really get the hang of getting that back hard kick to the back medium punch, then the holds. So I would just I would start adding in that part. So I'm doing the middle part of the whole thing first. Because the timing's not bad to connect the hard kick to the back medium punch, because all you're doing is just holding back the whole time. That's not the hard part. It's just that it interferes with that muscle memory development. Is you're adding in something new that's going to confuse you, so your brain, or at least my brain, just gets all messed up trying it. So I would just add in the hard kick to the medium punch, then the two holds. And then, as you see there, like again, my muscle memory just got a little messed up. I hesitated for a split second between that light and medium. So again, that last part that I'm adding in, that's just my muscle memory. That's all instinct now because I've been at this for so long. So once I've mastered, or once I've really got the hang of that back medium kick, everything, that was when I started practicing the back medium to the light hold, to the medium hold, and then that dash. Now the dash part, a good way to sort of master or to get used to that is just practice those two parts. Just hold it for a while and then add that in. Now you're going to see you're going to miss a lot. This is another one where you have to be very fast after that medium punch hits to start activating that dash. And you got to give him, he's got to be sort of middle screenish somewhere where he's going to get a lot of bounce off the wall, so that you got the time to do it. But it's fast. You have to basically be activating the dash and then hitting a punch immediately. Oops. Like it's fast. You have to get those two coming out quick, and there is a slight hesitation, so it has to be faster, really fast. And if you can hear my buttons, I'm double tapping that punch to get it out as fast as I can. It's almost like a panic button mash punch, which if you see my other videos, I always say how much of a button masher I am. Yeah, so any hesitation, I just ran out of 15 minutes of my video clip there, so I had to another video. I'm gonna end up splicing these together. So yeah, any hesitation and you're gonna miss it, and it happens a lot. It's got to be so fast. I'm actually So again, there I'm just trying to show you how like easy it is to miss. Like I feel like I'm doing it just as fast every time, but there's just a frame or two probably of leeway there. There's no leeway. So once I've got comfortable with that, then I'll try to put all that together. I'll try to put all that together up after the V-trigger. So my V-trigger, you got to keep in mind, my V-trigger is still activated because his never runs out unless you're actually canceling. It only runs out when you're pulling off some of those cancels. So then once I've sort of mastered the timing of that, the last three, then I'll start trying to add it in from the hard kick back medium, light hold, medium hold, and then the dash. And of course, you're going to miss it, and I'm going to miss it. But again, you're developing muscle memory. It's not a quick thing. I've spent hours and hours. And again, so then I just practice that over and over and over again until I finally got that at least, enough time, like 50% of the time, at least when you're starting to feel a little comfortable with it. So once I've got that developed, then we get into the fun part where we're trying to add in those jumps. The jump, the standing, and then the V-trigger. Now, this is where you start trying again over and over and over again. And the nice thing is, and I'll just point this little trick out, is that because this V-skill doesn't run out and you can't just run it out, you can actually start this combo right from a standing spot. Like that there. So every time you have to go into the try again mode, just jump. You don't have to worry about distancing or spacing because he steps in for some of his moves. So as you see, it's just right from the start, and you're gonna hit the try again, and like I am a whole bunch of times. So again, you're interfering with your muscle memory. Everything that you've learned up to this point, now you're interfering with it because you're adding in all those different motions, and you're not used to hitting that V skill. But believe me, after a little bit, because you're starting off with a back hard kick and that back medium punch, they're very simple. You're just holding back. So as soon as you go into V-trigger, just start holding back for those other two moves, and then the muscle memory, your memory of what's to come next should just come in. So all that is just adding those in, and that's going to take you a little bit to get the hang of it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run through this, see if I can get it quickly. I am going to splice this video. I know I'm going to have to, but it's still fresh in my mind, so maybe I'll get it faster than I expect. So hopefully some of this helped. It's a very weird, this whole flow of this feels really weird, but again, it's all about practice on this one. This shouldn't come easy for most of us anyways that are not like super pro players. I'm actually surprised I got that fast. Well, I guess that's what muscle memory does. It's just complete instinct at this point for me. I was just going to point out too, like sometimes like when you're doing the jump hard punch, the standing hard punch, he's got to be sort of deep. You can't just, you just can't hit on the top of the head, I think. Yeah, if you got to make sure he's a little bit deep, and that's why starting from like the distance that it defaults you at, it gets you deep enough. It hits you, if you notice, it hits Ryu about the arm area. Yeah, top of the head, you don't want to hit the top of the head because he will block it. So hopefully this video helped. I don't know how many people are really struggling with Luke. I know that hold release hold mess there is really complicated. Like it's so. The timing for that hold release is it's very fast. It's about like a half a second, and then you want to hold that medium one a little longer, so that throws you off from doing the short hold release to a longer hold release to that dash. commit to the moves. You got to commit to the next move on everything, because everything's fast. Light hole, the light to medium, cancel. You have to commit to it. Don't hesitate. Don't look for frames or anything like that. You just got to figure out the timing and then just do it. And same thing with that dash. You no hesitation at all. Anyways, I don't have to show you again. I just showed you all. So if you have any comments, feel free to comment. Any questions, definitely ask, because I just did this for about 2 hours, and I'm a little, I might have forgot something that's missing there. But yeah, subscribe. I just looked at number 10 trial. I'm going to probably work on that one next. And then I also, I take requests too. I have a few video requests that I have to work on. I wanted to just get through Luke's just so I could finish this up before I work on some of the other ones. But yeah, if you have any questions or requests, feel free to add in the comments. I'll always respond. Maybe not right away, but I respond. So hopefully this video helped you out a little bit, and good luck with him. And if you like Luke as a character, hey, good for you, because I really don't like him. Anyways, thanks very much for watching, and have a great day.